Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, October 13th, and it is officially day one of the trip to Lancaster. I always get this confused. Pennsylvania, not Philadelphia, because Philadelphia is the actual city. So far, it's been a pretty, awesome experience just, walking through downtown and also through the rest of the city. So for those of you who don't know, Lancaster is the 10th most populous city, I think, in the state of Philadelphia. This town has a very, what's the best way to describe it? It's a very small town vibe compared to, for example, Richmond and also Ojai back in California. It's got also a very strong Amish culture, I think, which we'll check out, I think, on day two. We're gonna book a ticket to an Amish farm, which is pretty cool. But for day one, what we're going to do is just check out a couple of museums, walk through the city. Today is Sunday, so unfortunately I think a lot of the museums are gonna close early, and then tomorrow's also the 14th, which would make it Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day, so a lot of things are going to be closed, but there's plans around that. I think the Amish farm will be open, which is about 7 miles away from downtown, can't think for some reason, downtown Lancaster, sorry, and we'll do that on day two, and then probably explore, I think, some of the parks, because to the south part of the city, there's a very cool park. But so for today, we are visiting different museums that are literally right around the corner. So we are at the, where are we actually? Because I picked a random museum just to kind of go find stuff. So we are at the North Museum of Nature and Science. So I'll flip this around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this is the North Museum of Nature and Science. So I believe it's a regular museum for science exploration, which I'm always a fan of, which is pretty cool. This is the main entrance. Another big thing about this city is that it's incredibly empty. I mean, I don't think a lot of people live in downtown Lancaster. I suspect that, they live more in the suburban areas. But yeah, let your inner scientist come out to play. And then this is the entrance of the North Museum of Nature and Science, which is pretty cool. So that's the plan for today. I think a lot of the museums are open until 3 or 4, so I'm gonna try to do I think 1 or 2, because I like to take my time with museums and just have some fun. The weather's grand. I think it's about 80 degrees out here today. It feels like it's warm compared to at night when it gets 60 and a little bit chilly, but it's definitely autumn. All the leaves are falling on the ground, and it's just a great day to be outside, explore some museums, and also go to some art galleries potentially. So with that, I will see you fairly soon. Okay, so I just finished exploring the North Museum of Nature and Science. And so that was a pretty cute little museum. Obviously, it's not your, Smithsonian or something like that, but I feel like coming from the DC area, like you're automatically like, I don't know, spoiled to a certain extent when it comes to museums because the Smithsonian museums are like the best in the world, frankly. Like some come close to, topping it and stuff like that, but you just can't get better than Smithsonian museums. So it automatically creates kind of a, I don't know, a comparison like in your mind when you go to one museum for the other and you're just like, well, that wasn't the Smithsonian, but whatever. I mean, not every museum has to be. So I just finished off the North Museum of Nature and Science, a really cute museum. Right now I'm just chilling right now in Buchanan Park. It's a quite large, actually. There's a community garden like right over there, which is like pretty cool. And then like sitting right behind me is a statue of some famous individual, 1898 to 1902, erected by General W.M.I. Mackenzie, Camp United States. Oh, he was a war veteran from the city and county of Lancaster. Fought and died in the Spanish-American War. Wow. Yeah, this city has like a lot of history. Like just by even walking through the buildings, you can tell that just like the colonial style-esque like architecture. I mean, it is Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is known for having a lot of history. So Lancaster was a munition center from what I read online. And so like I'm still trying to, find that out as I go from like museum to museum. So, sorry for the noise in the background. Dogs are barking. It's a dog park, so that kind of makes sense. It feels strange. It feels oddly serene, if I'm being 100% honest. I think, you work so damn hard, like, during the regular 9 to 5, right? During the week, and then you come to something like this, and I'm literally in the middle of a park, 3 hours away from DC. I'm watching literally the leaves go down, because, like, one of the trees here is, like, in its like already peak autumn mode, whereas the rest of the trees are still kind of like developing their foliage color. But look at that right there. Yeah, it's oddly peaceful, and I don't think I felt that in like a while and stuff like that. Aside from the damn dogs that are like barking, but whatever. Next up is. So there is plenty of museums and art galleries that are like in the Lancaster area. Ironically, I am staying from two that are literally right around the corner, but I wanted to kind of venture out and like explore, even if it was like a half an hour walk around. So we're in Buchanan Park right now. There was a art gallery, I think, like right down the road from us. So West Art is a venue where they do a lot of musical concerts. It's like right across the road over there. You probably can't see that for now, but trying to figure out like what the next plan is. I want to hit up so it's called the Phillips Museum of Art, and it's right down the road apparently. So let's head on over there. It says it's temporarily closed, but even if it is, it's still a nice walk. I might capture some B-roll footage as well, to show y'all like what day one is all about and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of people out enjoying the weather, very peaceful, very serene. It's not a huge town, so it's like there's not really a lot of people also, but in some ways that's honestly good, because like I feel like DC is a great place to live, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time the hustle and bustle really wears you down after a while, with like the constant going to events and like work and just being in like the usual grind. So this is nice, being able to, sit on a park bench and just talk to the camera, watch the leaves go down because it's fall, and like just explore museums. So anyway, peace. I'll see you later. Well, so afternoon did not go as planned. So the Phillips Museum that I wanted to go visit was actually closed, and it was in the middle of a university campus, which was gorgeous because like it literally, I think Lancaster is in the process of becoming like a Hallmark movie with certain trees. Like there was this really gorgeous tree with like a red sheen to it with like foliage, which was like pretty cool. So, but the museum itself was like closed. I have no idea like why. But anyway, I walked over to, it's a sandwich place called Caviar, I think. And I was like eating like a regular sandwich with like some chips, like really cool little place. They opened up on Queen Street downtown, which is like where we're walking right now, about 6 months ago, and then they opened at that location near the Phillips Museum like 2 months ago, and it was like packed with like people, kids crying, like all the stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then I was falling asleep, grabbed some coffee at a cute little coffee shop. Reminded me a lot of like some coffee shops that I went to in Ojai with my sister as well, which is like pretty cool. So did that, and then so here's the catch with the museums. So it's the day before Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. So all the museums are, well, they normally close at 5, I think. They might be closing at 4. So I'm walking to one right now. It's like the Lancaster Museum of Art. I think it is. Let me double check that. These plans are kind of sporadic as I go. Also, the wind is like blowing right now, which is like really nice. Let me check that. Oh, it's actually right around the corner. Yeah. So I stopped off at a cemetery just to, film a vlog, like the third part of the vlog or something. So yeah, it's called the Lancaster Museum of Art. They close at, I think, 4 and stuff like that. A lot of the museums are going to close. So at like 4 and stuff like that. And then tomorrow they'll be like, everything will be closed. So this is like a small town that doesn't have a lot of people to begin with. Imagine when you have a small town on a public holiday. Like, that's probably going to be like ghost town. So tomorrow we'll do the Amish farm visit. Hopefully we can get tickets to that. And if not, well, there is a park like south of the city. It's like this, like, it reminds me of Rock Creek Park, like back in DC. So we'll probably just go hiking a bunch if like we don't really have anything else to do. Maybe even like make more YouTube videos, you never know. So that's the plan. Right now we're kind of in this like weird gazebo of like a cemetery. I'm not sure if you can see that right there. I don't want to actually film like, the tombstones for, respect or whatever. But yeah, the sun's going down. It's like going down at like early now because we're getting into fall and like winter. So Lancaster Museum of Art, there's a park next door, which will be pretty cool to check out. And then I think that'll be it. Like, I really want to go see like a theater play, like at the Folger Theater, which is like in downtown, but I didn't see any plays that were happening at night, only in like 2 p.m. of the afternoon, and it's like way beyond that. So anyway, onwards to the Lancaster Museum of Art. Alright, so we are here at the Lancaster Museum of Art. It was literally a 5-minute walk from where the cemetery was. And so this automatically looks like one of the old colonial villas that are in DC. I think like that are owned by like one of the founding fathers or something like that. I can't remember which one specifically, but it looks like very, yeah, it just reminds me of like a colonial villa. So I'll spin around and I'll show you like the actual villa itself because it's gorgeous. Like, this is insane. Check that out. That looks like a it looks like an actual villa. My god. I think there's like a park that you can walk through, I think. Or not, never mind. It's more the perimeter of the building, I guess. But it is gorgeous, you can't deny that. Oh, that's crazy. And terrorizing the local squirrels as well. Huh. That's so cool. It's a pretty cool museum, ain't it? Kind of doing like a walk around to kind of show you just like what it's all about. And then it ends up looping into a park, which is like back there. Reminds me of Starburst Plaza back in DC, funny enough. I'm gonna try to see if we can like get in here. I'm not sure if it's like a free or a paid museum, but yeah, I mean, just the walk around of the building is like gorgeous. I It literally does remind me of like a colonial villa that we like visited a long time ago. But anyway, that's the exterior. I'll try to record an interior shot for y'all. But so far, not that bad. Huh. See you around. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content. See you next time.